Hi, guys. How are y'all today on this beautiful Sunday? I was gonna tell y'all a story today, and it's about the perfect guy. Not the movie, but in real life. I don't know where to begin to start, but I want y'all to come in. I'm gonna take my nail polish off my hands, so excuse my hands. I got the nail polish removed. I'm gonna take it off. And I want y'all to come and listen, like, subscribe, and comment. I was going to talk about my daddy, or my dad, or my sperm donor, one of the two. But I'm going to talk about my son's father, how I met him, and how we no longer together. So, how can I start? Okay. When I first met him, he was a pretty cool guy. A pretty cool guy. My bad. My tongue get tired sometimes because I be trying to talk fast. And one day I was staying far out. And I went to the store. I think I was at 7-Eleven or something. I ended up meeting him. And he paid for my stuff. I think, well, how was it? Okay. I think I had some chips and a soda or something, and he ended up getting behind me. Like, I paid for it, and I was like, no, I got it, I'm good. He's like, no, I got it. I said, okay. So he paid for it. And I was walking out the store, and, he was getting what he was getting. And, I was kind of walking kind of slow to my car. hmm You know how that is. So he ended up coming out to catch me, and he was like, hey, what's your name? And I told him my name. What's your number? Where you stay? And I told him my number, but I didn't tell him where I stayed at. And we end up maybe talking on the phone for a couple of days, maybe, before we met up again. And when we talk, yada, yada. Long phone calls, long talk on the phone. You know how that was back in the day. Y'all like, and we was just talking about a lot of nothing, like hooking up, going out to get something to eat and all that. So I think the third, yeah, the third day we end up meeting up. Did he come to my house? Okay, we end up meeting up, but he came to my house to pick me up. So he called me out my side. So I came outside, I was dressed and we went out to eat. I think we went out to, we didn't go to no fancy restaurant. I forgot what restaurant we went to. I think it was a Mexican restaurant or something like that. Excuse me. Yeah, a Mexican restaurant. That's where we went to. And we ate and we just talked about, he asked me how many kids, and I already had kids. And I don't think he had, I think he did have some, maybe like two, and I had, I don't want to tell you. Did I have? Yeah, I had two. I had two, a girl and a boy, already. And we was just talking about, what we look forward to and what is my type, and I'm using tissue because I don't have no more cotton balls. And what we looking for, he looking for a wife and everything. I wasn't looking for no husband or nothing. I was like being me. Like I was just looking for a casual date something, somebody just to chill with. So we used to and chill, go out to eat. He used to come pick me up, bring me change. He used to buy my kids things, nice things. So I had started falling for him just a little bit, not a lot, because he really wasn't my type. I was just talking to him because he was so sweet. So we was just going out and out to restaurants. I don't know, did we ever? We didn't even never even go to the movies. Did we go to the movies? I think we went to the movies one time. Bro, rest was like to eat all the time. Just eat, eat, eat. Okay, let's go to the bowling alley. Let's go to the skating rink. Let's go to the drive-through movies. Let's go somewhere else besides eat. I don't want to eat all the time. I want to go have fun. So that's how I always do. He's come get me. It was just like a routine, just a routine all the time. One time he was going out of town because he drove trucks. So he was going out of town, and he was going out of town for about a week. So he let me use his car. He wanted me to keep his car because I really didn't want to keep his car because I didn't want him to feel like he had any ties to me, right? So he was like, okay. He came and picked me up, and he was like, hey, baby, give me keys, whatever. I gave him keys. He was like, okay, come drop me off. And, you can keep the car for a week. I'll be gone. I'll be checking in on you. Then he gave me some chochos, to keep gas in the car, whatever. And I took it and I used his car. So we talked for maybe probably like about 8 months, 9, 10 months, something like that. So we just talked and talked and talked and talked, and we finally, I didn't let him come over my house. And come to find out that he was still staying with his mother, so we couldn't go over their house. And his mama was a pastor wife, so she was a first lady. And did I get to meet his mama? No. I didn't never to meet his mother, and I'll tell y'all why in a minute. So let me go back to what I was saying. So I ended up dropping off, kept his car, whatever. He was calling me, checking up on me. Hey, how you doing? How the car doing? Ain't nothing wrong with it. You don't need no help and all that. I was like, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So we was just talking on the phone every day. So if I don't answer, he'll start getting a little upset. So I was like, I was in, I'm telling him every move. I'm in the restroom. I'm eating. I'm feeding my kids. I'm bathing my kids, And I was like, oh, okay, this is not already working. But maybe why? Because I kept his car and he gave me a little change. So he thought he had ties to me, right? So when he got back, I ended up picking him up, and he got back in. And, he was in a good mood, and we went out. We end up together going to meet his sisters and brothers and nephews and nieces or whatever. And I met them. They was okay. They was okay or whatever. You know how it is. And I never did get to meet his mama. But that was fine with me, because I know that in my heart I feel that we wasn't going to be together. You get what I'm saying? So he ended up hooking my cousin up with his nephew because he had older nephews and nieces. He ended up hooking my cousin up with his nephew, so they was dating and everything. But his nephew ended up chilling with my cousin. They was really big chilling. So me and him was kind of having a little issues because he was controlling. He had started being controlling, didn't want me to do this, didn't want me to do that. I couldn't go to my sister's house too long. He's popping up over there. So I was like, oh, no, I don't like that. No, you going to wait till I call you, or you going to wait till, whatever. And he started popping up at my sister's house. I went on my sister's house and spent the weekend over there. And he ended up popping up over there the whole time. So I wasn't tripping, but I was kind of suspicious. I was like, no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. So he did it one too many times, so I left him alone. I sure did. So I left him alone, but in the midst of that, I forgot to throw in that, we hit a couple of motel rooms, you get what I'm saying? But, and I end up, once I left him alone, if I can get my facts out right, once I end up leaving him alone, maybe like a week or two, I found out that I was pregnant. And I never did tell him. Because he was too controlling. And I didn't tell him. I think I told him after my baby was born. I told him. No, I told him when I was like 8 or 9 months. I really can't be sure about it, y'all. I really can't. But so I broke up with him, and I was chilling, hanging out. I found out I was pregnant and everything. Then my phone had went off in my house. So, back in the day, it was a payphone. Them payphones that was in apartments, because I stayed in an apartment. And I ended up going to use the payphone to call somebody. To call somebody. And I haven't even seen him for a couple of weeks, but he was calling me every day, stalking me. Basically, that's what he was doing. He was calling me every day, stalking me. I love you. You ain't finna leave me, and I love you, and all that other stuff. So he was calling me 24/7. And my cousin, not the cousin that he hooked up with, his nephew, but my other cousin, me and her was close. She stayed there too. Well, both of my cousins stayed there. They were sisters, but the other one, was there too, but she was there, but she was doing her own thing. He ended up lying, telling me, yeah, that's why I'm asleep. I slept with your cousin or whatever, but which it was a lie. He was just trying to make me get mad at him and face him. Really, that's what he was trying to do. So I was like, you lying. I don't care. You can have her. If you slept with her, you can have her. So he was like, okay, I can't get her with that. I can't get her with this, that line. No, you can't get me, buddy. And so once I did all that, I went outside to the payphone and used the phone, calling somebody. Probably like a couple of minutes after I was on that payphone, here he come running out of nowhere like a bat out of hell. I end up spotting him. I already was kind of spooked because I was looking around, making sure that he didn't pop up nowhere. And then my feelings was right. And I end up running fast as I can, because he ain't no telling what he would have did to me, I end up running fast as I can, and I ran into this lady house. And good, she was sitting in the living room. Her boys was there. She had big boys. They was in there. And he ended up trying to grab me, and the boys ran out the room, cussed him out or whatever. Like, leave her alone. Don't, you ain't finna mess with her in my house or whatever. So they ended up walking me home, but he ended up disappearing. He acted like he was scared of dudes or whatever. But, he still was stalking me, calling me for a long time or whatever. Every time I seen him, I'd call my mom. My mom was like, I don't call the police on him or whatever, But he ended up, I ended up had to move, I had to move from there, That was really hurtful. I had to move, but I was pregnant. And I ended up telling him, maybe about 8, 9 months. This was the reason why that I didn't tell him. That was the reason why, because how he was acting. So once he did that, I got the finger polish off. Once he did that, I didn't want to have no dealings with him, and I didn't really want him around my son like that, though. But he made that decision that he didn't want to be around my son unless I be with him. He was like, I'm not taking care of him unless me and you together, I'll take care of him then. And to this day, he's still. My son is 15 years old. And my son be like, Mama, where my dad at? And I be like, I'm your dad and your mama. But, we try to be their dad and their mama no matter how much we want their daddy to be in their life. But we like, okay, we that. But it's impossible to raise a man sometimes. It depends on the mind frame of your child. So my son is 15, he finna be 16. He ain't never seen his daddy. Never seen his daddy. I end up taking him and I end up meeting his mama for the first time, and I end up taking my son over there when my son was like 1 year old. And ended up taking him over there when my son was 1 year old, and his mama cussed me out real bad. B, don't come back. And I was like, this is the first lady cussing me out like this. Are you serious? You should have never opened your legs. He ain't got to take care of that baby if he don't want to. But I really wanted him to help me with him. But, I mean, he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it at all. If I wasn't with this guy, he didn't want to do it. And he still don't do it. I think I tried to reach out to him. I tried to reach out to him when my son was like 10. My son was 10 years old when I tried to reach out to him. And he was still on the same drama. He was still on the same stuff. He still was on the same stuff. And I ended up seeing his nephew. They used to talk to my cousin, and I was like, how your uncle doing? I was like, his son been asking about him. He was like, oh, no, he good. You want me to give you his number or whatever? I said, yeah, okay, that would be cool. He was like, okay, cool. Here go his number. Woo, woo, woo. So he gave me a number, but he ended up calling his uncle. He was like, say, Unc, you remember the girl you was talking to a while back, she, with your son, she wanted to talk to you. It's okay for me to give her your number. And he said, cool, whoop, 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 whoop. So later on that day, I ended up calling him, and he was like, yeah, I want to meet my son. I was like, cool, that's cool, that's all great, because he want to meet you too. I said, where can we meet up at? And he was like, we can meet up anywhere. I was like, okay, cool, just let me know, hit me back up, just let me know where you want to meet at, cool with me. And he ended up calling me back. Like, don't call my phone no more, I got a wife. I was like, where that come from? We just talked like an hour and something. You said you gonna meet me. I don't know if he wanted me to invite him to my house. You get what I'm saying? But what was the problem with us meeting up? You wanted me to say, oh yeah, come to my house. No, I don't trust you. You're not coming to my house. We can meet up. Like I said, we can meet up. We can meet, we can meet up anywhere on my mama's house, but anywhere but my house. I ain't seen you in years. So anywhere, but he didn't want to do that. He called and cussed me out, and everything was back to the old games. This man old, and he did all that, but it was more to it. I got more to it. So thank y'all for listening. If y'all want to hear more, just please subscribe and like and comment, or let me know what should I do. Because my son, he be upset a lot, and I be trying to help him. But it's all good, because God got both of us. So God been blessing me to take care of him this long. It's fine. So I don't even call him and deal with him. So you want to hear more about it, just let me know, because I didn't overspend my time on her. So let me know. Thank y'all for watching, and I appreciate y'all for any love that y'all give me. Thank y'all so much. Bye-bye, y'all.